in my opinion, I feel like they get what they deserve for all that false claiming and shit. Feel me?
Hold down, man. Suitcase this, my cell phone and my charger. Don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Hit that like, subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Today, I'm gonna be speaking on what happens to fake gang members. Everyone already knows there's gangs all around the world. There might be some different in your state that ain't down here where I'm at in Florida, as well as on the other side of the country. No matter where it is, there is some type of organization. There's people that claim certain things. They live by certain cultures. They move specifically different than others do, and they stand for something else. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, I know plenty of people that are gang members. I got plenty of homeboys that are gang banging, and me personally, I got respect for all nations. Okay, but I don't respect the fake gang members. All right, and for this video, I'm gonna let you know what happens to fake gang members once they're exposed. You know, a lot of times people ain't figured out that they're, fake. You see what I'm saying? They just go off of what other people think. You see what I'm saying? Now, you look at it this way. Becoming a gang member, if you're truly committed and it's something that you would want to, be and stand for forever, then that's one thing. But a lot of people, become gang members for protection. They become gang members just to feel like they're a part of something. They do it just so they may not have no family at all in general, so now they do have a family. They weren't able to, be something theirself, so they want to be a part of something that already has a name for itself, and shit gets crucial when people find out that, that they ass ain't official. People don't know who your big homie is. People don't know who the person is that brought you home into the organization. There's nowhere to vouch for that person. Now, I've seen plenty of people in prison get flipped, which means they got ate. They got wet up, hit with locks, scarred, all that due to being a fake gang member. Now, you may wonder, well, how do you know if they're fake or how do you know if they're real? Just because someone pushes a gang, and they rep that shit and they claim that shit to the fullest for years, doesn't make them official. And when someone's hiding that, after a while, people are not even looking into it. If you got someone that's in prison that's been repping a certain gang for 5-6 years, putting in that work, rocking out behind that gang, going to war about that gang, doing the handshake, telling everyone my brother this, my brother that, when they dap each other up, rocking like they are an official gang member. Anyone who comes to that compound that is a gang member, and anyone that comes to that compound that isn't affiliated, is gonna off rip think that person is a gang member. They're gonna off rip look at him like, yeah, he is a gang member. But that doesn't mean he's a real gang member, you see? And I've seen it to where people have been affiliated for years. I'm talking about, I've seen some old dudes that have been gang members for 20-something years in prison and come to find out they're fake. You see? Yeah, they were putting in real work and really claiming it, but they never got brought home the right way, or the person that brought them home ended up being a snitch or wasn't official or lied to them, or however it may be. If someone was a gang member and they brought home 25 people, that person that brought them 25 people into the organization is basically like he's the godfather of them. He's the head of them 25 people. If he turns out to be fake, so is his whole lineup up under him. You see? And I remember when I was at, Charlotte CI, I seen the East Side and the West Side Bloods go to war over this one time. There was a head from Orlando that was part of the West Side Pyru, Mob Pyru or something like that. And everyone he brought home, he was bringing home a bunch of people. And all them same people he brought home after that dude ended up being a snitch or whatever it was, all of them right there were left out in that water. So it gave the East Side, the power to attack the West Side. And there was a cleanup to where they were going around trying to eat every single one of them that was part of that organization, part of that set. So then you had the ones that were trying to hurry up and, you know, roll over and fold over to something else. Still be a West Side, but they were trying to fold up under another West Side crew just so that way they can't be attacked by the East Side. Because that mob Piru set at that time from who had him up under there was false, wasn't what it really was. You know, he wasn't official all the way. He ended up telling, he brought all these people home, and then he left them in that water, you know. And it'd be like that, you know. Literally, there'll be like 10 to 15 people on the compound that all have one head. And that head will do something in confinement, or somehow something will come out about him. And a lot of times they don't even send word to the compound. They don't even let them know, hey, bro, check this out. Such and such is finna happen. They don't know nothing. They're just walking, chilling, everything's fine. And now some people are coming after them with knives. They get wet up, get their mouth ripped open. You know, I seen one jit I knew, another one got on, like, hit him with the banger and dropped him on the ground in front of D-Dorm at Charlotte, and got on top of him and just started poking him all in the face, all in the mouth and everything. And that both of them were two different gangs, but at the same time, the one on the bottom didn't even know what was going on. You know, because there was like a truce between the cliques, you see? And where people mess up at is, if they rep a gang, like I said, it don't matter if you've been putting in work for that gang for 15, 30, 20 years. It don't matter if you ain't official. You just been putting in that shit because you're trying so hard to really be one. You see? And you know, a lot of people smoke Tunchi in prison, and that shit makes people twack out. When people twack out in prison, they get all, you know, nervous and get all like, you know, paranoid, bug out, and then they'll start questioning their own brothers to see if they're truly official, their self, call such and such, man, see if I'm real, bro, see if I'm, because they start thinking their own brothers are trying to get them and shit like that. You know, a lot of that can come from guilty conscience, you know, but a lot of it can also be just they're paranoid. Now, the more people that rep a gang, the more people feel like they want to be a part of it. Look at these rappers, for instance. I'm going to use this for a perfect example. You have a lot of rappers that holler gang, gang. You know, they always holler, they this gang, they that gang, they're this gang. Majority, a big old population percentage of the world look at that rapper as that type of gang member, right? So that means that's more people around the world. They want to spread the word to around the world that they are this gang. They are this part of this gang. They rep this, right? All that is doing is making it to where they're disappointing more people when they find out that they're not official. They're disappointing more people, and that's more people that are going to be looking to harm them afterwards. Same thing with people that have been to prison. They holler they're this type of gang. They'll go to a compound, yeah, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. And if they really do the background check and look into it, a deep background check. Not just, oh yeah, I looked into the last camp he came from, and they said, yeah, he was a gang member there also. Yeah, he's a good brother. He's a good one. He's rocking out. Oh yeah, I looked back to the last 2 camps he went to, and you know, he's putting on for the nation. He's one of us. No, if they were to do a real severe background check, like tap in with the person that brought him home, tap in with the person that, you know, made him who he is, then that's different. And sometimes they do that. Depending on what organization it is, they go real deep into detail like that. But there's a lot of people out there that rep gangs that can't present that can't tell you who their big homie is. You see what I'm saying? Like, they done made up so many lies in their head, and they've been riding with it so long that they're scared to present it. They're scared to make it up. Or, I knew someone this one time that said he was a gang member, and he said that, you know, where his organization resigned and where it came from was in Texas. And here we're down here in Florida. And then what he said was, everyone that was up under his set all got, you know, dead on the streets or whatever, including his head. So he was the only one left of his kind. You know, now, I don't know how it all really goes when it goes into like that gang shit like that. But, I mean, that does sound kind of suspect. Now, at the same time, someone would have to look into that. You feel me? They would have to really debrief this person and break it down and look in to see if this shit's true. Because there might be 1 or 2 left that would say, I ain't never heard of that dude. Hell no, man. He ain't one of us. Because you know you got people that rep gangs from different states and shit. You know, places they never even been. So, you know, you would feel like, okay, if I'm from Florida and I'm repping a gang that's in Iowa, what is the odds they're going to find out if it's true or not? They ain't got no way to tap in with no one in Iowa. We're in Florida. There is certain ways to tap in. It's just people don't do it. People don't truly try to get a hold of the person about this person, you know? And so they just, with open arms, they just bring them in. Because in prison, gangs want numbers. You feel me? They want more of them on the compound than the other people. They don't want to have to worry about getting swept off the compound. They want to, you know, make sure that they can put up a fight if they have to. Yeah, there's 70 of them. We only got 50, but if we didn't bring home or let these, you know, 15 slide that we don't actually know are true or not, then we would have been at 35. You see? And that's what happens. And when they find out that someone is fake, they're angry. So when they're angry, you already know what they do. In prison, they come looking for you. They find out you're not official. They find out you're fake. They're going to come and they're going to try to take your head off your shoulders. Rip your mouth open. That's one of the main things they really like to do. They like to leave a print, you know, because they feel tried. Just like anybody would, you know, even on the streets in the neighborhood. You know, if you're from a neighborhood and you come across someone in jail that's running around spreading saying he's from the same street you're from, and you know you're truly from there and been from there your whole life, and you ain't never seen that dude, you know, you're gonna wanna, you feel me? You're gonna wanna confront that boy. Like, hold on, man, ain't none of that shit, bro. Let me see who you know from over there. Who's your peoples? Who you grew up with? What years you was over there? You know, you're gonna wanna know these things because people are gonna know he's that and you're that. And no matter how truly you are that, whatever he does is gonna reflect on you. Straight up. If he does some shit and goes and jumps on someone and starts beating them with a lock, they're gonna look at whatever organization or whatever place he's saying he's from, or people that are supposed to be affiliated with him that are part of what he is, and they're gonna look at it like y'all did that. They're not gonna say, oh, this inmate just came up and stabbed such and such. No, they're gonna say this blood stabbed such and such, or this Crip stabbed such and such. You see? So whatever they do, their actions go down on the whole gang, the whole set. Everyone has to, you know, whatever they do, it reflects on their whole nation. They all got to be a part of it, and they're all going to rock behind that person. So here you're going to fully rock behind this person because he's so-called affiliated, but he ain't a real one. He's not official. So you're putting your life on the line rocking behind this person just because he's got the shit tatted on him, and he's been claiming it. He done went to war with y'all a couple times. You feel me? But in all reality, he's scared to be alone. That's why he never came out in the beginning and told everyone he wasn't official, when it would have been less of a problem in the beginning, because then he could have came home the right way and became a gang member the official way. You see? And I've seen a lot of shit go down in prison now, like I'm telling you. People get wet all the time. People get jumped, beat up, hit with locks. All this shit will come out eventually. Some way, somehow, they weren't official. All right? I've seen people get their tattoos covered up. I've seen them try to burn people's tattoos off them. Tell them that they got to remove it or else. And then, man, I ain't removing that shit, bro. You tripping, bro, because they feel like they rep that shit by the heart. They feel like that's what they truly are. You know, after a while, you start telling yourself something in your head, you start believing your own stories. You feel me? So once you start claiming it, swear you claiming it, swearing you're official, swearing you're that, swearing you're going to rep it forever, swearing this is you, you're not going to just, all right, I'll take it off me, bro. Nah, because all you thrived off of and made it through your bid was repping what you feel like you truly are, right? Like me, I'm from Davie. I rep Davie. That's where I'm from. I'm truly from here, though. You know, literally from Davie. Feel me? I didn't get the nickname Davie when I went to prison. You feel me? Or nothing like that. It's not like I went in there and said, yeah, bro, call me Davie. Nah, bitch, my name Kfrog. Bitch, they call me that on the streets and all. You see? So I literally claim where I'm from. You know? I would never claim a gang from somewhere else. I would never do anything like that knowing that ain't me. You see what I'm saying? That is like I'm trying to fit in somewhere where I don't belong. I'm trying to belong somewhere. Like out of all the other places in Florida, I chose to be a gang from somewhere else. Or even in Florida. I'm from Davie. That'd be like me joining a gang that's in another part of Broward County. Or repping another street that's in a different fucking city in the same county I live in. That would make me fake. Even if I'm cool with the head, the person who's the head of that street 2 cities over. Yeah, that's my dog, you know what I'm saying? Boy, we got a real cool friendship, you feel me? He brought me home, bro. But still, I want to feel right inside because I know at the end of the day, that ain't where I'm from. How I'm going to rep some shit from where I ain't from, you know? And when people come into dorms and shit, you know, at certain camps, it depends on where you go, and they claim there's something, all they got to do is know their literature. Literally, they'll come up to you and start asking you a couple common questions, which them same questions are all on Google by now. You feel me? Shit like that. Like, people know so much stuff about the gangs. Loose lips, shit done got around, you know what I'm saying? You can hang out with someone and a bitch can tell you every single thing you need to know about a gang. You can infiltrate a gang if you wanted to. You could hang out with someone that's a gang and you could talk to them like your gang just to get more and more information about the organization if you want to. You know, you find out things because people, you know, are so loose with it when they talk and tell shit that next thing you know, you're learning all this shit about gangs, even if you're not trying to. Just hanging out with all types of different gang members, you eventually learn these type of things. And then when you go into a dorm, a bitch could come up to you and be like, what's up, bitch, you bang? And the dude can make it up knowing there ain't no one there that reps that shit. He could be like, yeah, I'm a such and such. Okay, who your big homie? Make up someone's name or say someone's name who got popped somewhere else that's no longer alive to vouch for you. Yeah, he got popped in 2017. Okay, but I came home in 2016 by him. There ain't no way in hell to prove any of that. You see what I'm saying? And it's to the point to where people bang that shit that truly represent that shit to where as soon as they go to compounds, they go check in with their brothers and they provide their paperwork because they want to make it known. Look, I'm official, boy. This my head. Call them on the streets. Here's this direct line. Hit them up. They'll let you know. Like, just to get that shit off their chest, you know? Just to let it know, like, bitch, you feel me? Like, I don't want no second guesses or no thoughts or nothing about me. I'm going to bring my shit to the table the moment I go in there and check in with all my brothers. You know, because certain organizations, I don't know if it's all organizations, but some organizations, when they get to a camp, you know, they got 24 or 48 hours to go check in with all their brothers, to go meet their brothers, to let them know they're there. They got to go around and that's their job they got to do. You feel me? And then sometimes it might be in the middle of the war. They ain't got time to check his paperwork fully. They just, what camp you came from? Oh, okay. They'll call someone that they know at that camp, find out if it's official. Okay, yeah, he's official. Nah, he ain't been wet up or checked in over there, or he ain't on observation or anything. He's 100. All right. But really, they didn't do the far background to see that he ain't been repping that shit. You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, like he's been repping it, but he ain't official. You see? And you got people that, like I said, will bring a whole bunch of people home, and then they end up not being official. So all them people up under them are worried what's going to happen to them, but they truly want to be a gang member forever. They truly rep this shit till heart that they'll be so quick to jump over to another organization, another set. I mean, you feel me? Because it ain't like they're going to be like, all right, well, here's my way out of being a member, you know, because that shit wasn't official. I'm going to just fall back. They hurry up and flip over to another one so they can mob the pound with their brothers and shake up. And because, you know, in prison, people who are unaffiliated have more problems than gang members. You feel me? When it comes to gang members. You know, they can walk around and rob people who are unaffiliated if their organization allows robbing, rather than a person who's unaffiliated walking around robbing gang members. You see? And I'll tell you what. For anyone watching this video, if your ass wants to become a gang member, if you idolize a certain organization, I ain't telling you to become no gang member. So don't take me wrong on this video. But if you're going to do what you want to do at the end anyways, just look into it and make sure you do it the right way. Make sure you are official and you are stamped. Therefore, you are who you say you are, okay? Because there's a lot of fake people going around these days, and I swear to you, you know, there's people that become gang members that have messed up charges. There's people that become gang members that told on people, and they obviously don't do that deep of a background check all the time. Not saying they don't do a good enough background check, because there's a lot more that, you know, get found, you know, not who they are, than ones that slither through the cracks. But if they did a better background check, no one would get through there. You see what I'm saying? And if you truly into the gang and you truly want to rep it, try to make it right before you've been it for so long. Because now you become a bigger trophy, okay? If you just became a gang member and you trying to come home somewhere to a gang and then you get transferred before you officially became the gang member. You go to another camp and you tell them, yeah, I miss. Okay, they're going to skip the part about you being put on observation and all that. Really, you weren't a gang member at the last camp. Your ass was on observation. But when you went to your next camp, you told them you was official already. So they made you a gang member. You know, that's it. You're a gang member now. You feel me? Oh, okay, who's your head? That person over there. Come to find out, later on down the line, 5 years from now, something comes up about you and word gets out there. People do decide to do the little paperwork. They're doing paperwork check on all the brothers on the compound. And then they find out you ain't official. Your name wasn't on there. He didn't give up your name as someone that he brought home. Even though he had you on observation, then you still was never properly brought home. They could either let you roll over right now to someone else because they fought with you like that. So they're like, you know, making sure, you know, they don't just get you from around there. Or they could wipe their hands with you and do what they want to do. Now you're a threat to them. They feel like you played up under them. Now, if you would have did that when you first got to your new camp, fucking 3 to 4 weeks after what just happened, then you would have been good. But now you done put in work for 5-10 years, and then it comes out about you like that they want to eat you. You're a bigger trophy now. They get to eat someone that was claiming their shit for 10 years. They did their organization a good deed. You feel me? And that's how it goes, you know? And like I said, in prison, even on the streets, you got, you know, but people ain't playing with knives on the streets. Obviously, they clapping shit. On the streets, people be clapping each other back and forth over this gang shit. People find out someone ain't real. They got to go check in with someone they don't even know. You feel me? You could be in prison and be cool with someone. Your head can be in prison. The person that brought you home in prison can be in prison. You get on the streets, you got to go check in with someone you never even met. They might not even like you. They might do some slimy shit and be against you fully. You feel me? And there's nothing you can do about it. You got to do what you're told to do. You see? And for all the gang members that are official, I salute, you know? But for the ones that are fake, for the ones that know deep down inside they got shit to hide, whether it's some fucked up charges or whether you can't prove to people who your real head is, or you never really fully came home, you just were friends with someone that repped something, then you repped it with them, and then you just ran with it like that's what it is. I feel sorry for them type of people. Because eventually down the line, that shit gonna catch up to them. You feel me? And I feel sorry like, wouldn't want to be him. Not I feel sorry like, damn, that sucks. Because they get what they deserve. They playing with gasoline. You feel me? They playing with gasoline. And when you play with fire, you get burned. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you never want someone that is gonna falsely rep some shit that isn't what they truly are. Anything that they do reflects on everybody else, like I said, you know? And you don't want to be one of them people that is part of an organization and you're like, damn, okay, well, we're going to war with these people over this dude. Come to find out this dude ain't even 100. This dude done told on some people, bro. Straight up. And obviously, y'all done learned from watching, you know, all of us channels from Florida that they don't check paperwork down here in Florida. You know what I'm saying? There's mad gang members that done made it to prison that told on people, ain't official, you know, got tattoos of the gangs they rep and all that shit that should have been burnt off, taken off. You know, there's a bunch of people, you know, not just in Florida alone though. I'm pretty sure it's like that all around the world. You know, people literally like slither through the cracks. So no matter what you do, just make sure you're fully real with it, because you don't want to be one of the people that get your mouth ripped open. Walk around the compound, same people that was your brothers for the last 3-4 years at this one institution, that you went after people with knives with, y'all chased people with knives and shit like that together, now they after you. Now you on a plate. You deer meat, basically. You plated. And there ain't shit you can do about it. And if they really want to be slick with it, no matter what happens to you, everywhere you go, it's going to keep happening until you make it out of prison. You feel me? And the ones that do have it coming, you know, that's just the way the shit unfolds. Should have just been 100 and been yourself through the get-go. You get what I'm saying? Now, when people rock out to the fullest, like, bitch, this is what I rep, da 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 da, this and that, that makes more people look at them like they're a soldier, man. That's what it should be like under our organization. They should have more people on our organization like that. They start looking at it like you're a gift of that gang. So the moment you do some shit or they find out that your ass ain't real, now it's like you spit in their face. It was all fake. All the time that y'all hung out together, ate together, clowned, had fun, showed each other pictures and shit, talked to each other's people's on the phone, FaceTime together, all that shit was like a myth, a blur. None of that shit means nothing now because you were lying the whole time. You feel me? But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this video on up. I just want to let y'all know how crucial that shit gets. When people find out that a gang member is a fake, a fraud, a phony, a wannabe, you feel me? That shit gets treacherous. And like I said, not just in the chain gang, over here on the streets too. Not even just over here, all around the world. I know y'all have seen that shit and heard about it. You know, people live by that shit and they die by that shit. You know? Then you got these fake imposters that slither their way through, you know, try to claim some shit that they ain't, some shit that they can't prove, and then, you know, shit all goes to loose. Feel me? But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video on up. I appreciate y'all watching. You already know, like I said, no disrespect to any organization. Frog got homeboys in every single one of the damn cliques you could think of. You feel me? Shout out to all the real ones out there. I'm gonna wrap this one on up. Keep them square snakes, rats, clowns, cholos, fruitcakes, booty bandits, all that out of your circle. Until next time, it's Frog.